little bit about, it's about get rich quick, not turning crumbs into bricks. I wanted to say that because growing up, we realized the concept like it takes a little bit, you network, you turn a little bit into, you turn nothing into something. But today it seems like everybody wants to invest and do things that actually is literally either a pyramid scheme or get rich quick scheme or just a scheme, some way to get that Instagram, that instant gratification real quick. And I noticed it this year, well, for like maybe they had it going on for like a few years. They had like a little app, a little deal going on where they had people that will invest in other people. And it says, you put in this certain investment, you get these other people to put in, you make a share off of this, we helping the next person make money during this pandemic. But we know that whatever pyramid hustle, it comes to their highs and their lows, you know what I mean? But when it comes to truly want to invest in somebody, ain't nobody investing in nobody. I was talking to my sister today actually who came stop by, and we were just talking about how people say I want to invest in the next person. I see what they got going. I see they winning, but I don't know if I want to put $50, $20 in the pot. Or if a person completely come up with a structure, say, okay, hey, this is what we got. This is what we have to do to actually make money. I can do all the groundwork, or the system will do the groundwork. We take out money periodically as we make money. I understand the system of things. But a lot of times, people want to put in a lot, but to be able to take out a lot. You know what I mean? So trying to get a lot of people together at times to do something small, sometimes it's like pulling teeth. I actually got a GoFundMe going to help the locals in the community because I have so many people that have inboxed me and said, man, I want to help. I give $1, $5. I'm like, man, I can set it up where it goes to one account where you will literally see what we're doing with the money. You know what I mean? So if I raise 10,000, then we're actually going to help and train 10 welders. You know what I mean? We're going to get them their PPE. We're going to give them their welding hoods. We're going to have them ready to go out and get some money. I think that, they got that old saying that says, whom much is given, much is required. And if you're faithful over a little, he can make you rulers over a lot. But if you're not a good steward, is over something small, it's probably going to be, you're probably not, never going to get anything big to network because you don't know how to have a level head to just to deal with the small things. And I know a lot of people, family, that, that get caught up in the image. And I honestly believe when we become better leaders is when we start realizing, start shedding skin to like worrying about what someone else's thinks or trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to have certain things just because they say, oh, this is what it is, but we realize the piece of things, the piece of keeping things simple at times, just plain simple. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of complication when it comes to keeping things simple and just maintaining your peace because, you don't want to sell your peace, man, just for some money. And a lot of times those get rich quick schemes, man, if you look at some of the death the death tolls, I mean, a lot of people commit suicide, lose all their money, or they go on the deep end and get, addicted to drugs and they give up, or they got it, like the place in Vegas where they got a strip actually where people hit the deep end and they actually start living in the sewers, living under the ground. You know what I mean? So they can maintain. So I think we got to get back to that old 8 Ball and MJG. You know what I mean? That old Crumbs the bricks. They had a song out that said Crumbs the bricks, man. And I think in order for us to get there, you got to, everybody want to start off on now. If you notice, you see an artist now, soon you see them, they already got the chain, they already diamond up, the mouths already diamond, they already on. And that's realistically, that ain't how it works. But they paint a picture to the mass majority and make people feel like, oh, this is how it works. This is what this about, and it's really not about a lot of that. And a lot of times, a lot of those people be in depression, uh, having bad anxiety, bipolarness. You're just going through things emotionally because you have to be able to focus your mind on something else. Since I've been in my mom's house working on these renovations, family, I'm not gonna lie, things has been challenging. I can tell that I was surrounded by 4 or 5 million, and now I'm surrounded by 4 or 5 thousand. And that's a big difference. And even when you're dealing with people that you're familiar with, because just because a person say they family, don't mean they family. They can just be family. One thing I learned about prison, when I was locked up, my mom used to always come down and say, "So and so said hi. So and so said hi." So I understood that. Okay, that's how I have to live. You can't go by and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get it. I gotta go meet." Nah, a lot of people want to do that for you. You have to go by and do the things that others greet you with. Like, so if you got a lot of people that just only greet you, you see them, you greet them and speak, and hey, tell so and so, so. But those who are loyal, those who come down, those who stick beside you through the struggle, those are people you want to have a real, real strong relationship with and bond with. And so today, man, tonight, actually, I was just wanted to drop this video because I was thinking about how no one want to turn crumbs into bricks. Like, no one want to put something together and really build something. It's like everybody want that glow or that shine. And I literally believe that there's a time and a place for everything under the sun. So if we're looking for that glamour, you can get that. I'm not knocking that. But I think if when you get certain things, I'm gonna say prematurely, they can be damaging to your career. They can be damaging to your health, to your life, because you might do some things you normally wouldn't have done, but now you're in a compromising situation. You have spent the money before you made the money. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes, especially contractors, you can be in a bind and finally you get this big lick and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make this money, and then all this BS get to coming and you're like, oh man, so now the money you thought you'd have made, you actually lost money now, but now you in over your head. I'd have been there too. So, I think that we really got to start keeping things simple, family, and start turning crumbs into bricks. Just starting, you know what I mean? No matter what the situation look like, no matter how it's lined out, just starting and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna make something happen, but not getting caught up in, you know, getting rich overnight. It sound good, it look good. I know a lot of people that when it's all said and done, man, I think that we be judged off of what we did once we knew better. A lot of times, when you don't know better, man, can nobody blame you for going left if you thought left was right. But once you know left is left and right is right, I think then you are held accountable for your actions. So, you know, being here, being in my hometown, man, it has been humbling because, I don't network with a lot of people. I'm really, I like to network with people, but I'm really to myself. You know what I mean? Like I spend a lot of time alone. Um, a lot of times it is because once you deal with certain people and you have been burnt and you have been, you know, experienced a level of treachery, you tend to just push back from people at times. Even family, you have a relationship, but you only network with those who show you that, you know, it's love there. You know what I mean? So, you got that love, and you got that what I call that the McDonald's smile. You know what I mean? They just happen to take your money. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they giving you for your money might not just benefit you that well. But I really think that, we get caught up in that now because, we look at social media now and it's like consumed with the glitter. You know what I'm saying? It's consumed with it. Yes. Yes, we all fall, but we got to know how to get back up. And that's why I say that once we get to that point, once we know better, family, you know what I mean? Like I had made some decisions where I know better, and now I'm in a situation where, like, man, I know what got to be done, and you feel like you're in a situation where your hands are tied. And I think at those times be some of the rough times because you don't know what to expect. You don't know how the wind is going to blow. You just know I got to stand. You know what I mean? And standing can be some of the hardest things you can do at times, just to stand and go through what you got to go through. So, like I say, man, today, man, tonight, I just wanted to come to you and talk to you about that because it was just something I was thinking about. That picture that's in the background is actually my first shipping container conversion, and I built that, and it was turned into a concession stand, and it was built for the baseball stadium so that they can sell different, different little stuff in there, and have a nice little cooler set up. It wasn't nothing super fancy, but it was nice. It was nice. It was a container, and I was a part of that project, and I was pleased to start from Crumbs. You know what I mean? Because that small crumb turns into a brick. For those who've seen the one that I did in Oklahoma City, where I completely customized that one, that opened up a whole other door for me. And the only reason I'm not making or modifying shipping containers right now because some people's budget has been down, and a few people that actually want to make a move. I'm here now, so they're trying to figure out which direction to go. Which I still travel. I'm just trying to figure out what direction to go. But I most definitely been there. Most definitely. So I appreciate it. I'm glad you checked that out. So, I started from Crumbs with it, and to get to that one, to actually, sell that and use some more of that to get these renovations going in my mom's house so I can take my life to the next stage. Because right now, this is just the headquarters, It's crazy because I was thinking about how mom has always did what she could to look out, to take care of me, to, to provide a way. And I've been gone from my hometown 27 years, family. And I'm back now, and my mom has been gone, but I'm inside of the house that she left me, and that she's still taking care of me. You know what I mean? It's not perfect, but I'm working on it. I'm getting some things together, but it's most definitely home. You know what I mean? And I feel at home. I feel at peace. You know what I mean? Now it's just I'm at the point where I have to get the finances coming. Turn some crumbs into a bricks again. I got the skills, I got the tools, but you know the calls ain't like you had when you was in a bigger place. Here, when you're in a smaller place, a lot of times, especially in Arkansas, you have the good old boy system where people network with, who they've been networking with. So you have to create your own way, and or network in a way where you're not dependent upon them. So that's why I work on products, and I say products over talent. Here lately, though, I'm not gonna lie, I actually been feeling a little burnt out. Like just going through everything, and I'm just been like sitting here like, what's my next move? What's my next move? While I'm still working on, working on the house and working on issues as they pop up. But I've really been focused on what's the next move down here. How can I make things happen? You know, keep income. You have to pay lights bills. We still have stuff to do. So, I've been spending a lot of money into these renovations. And now, you know, I'm knowing that things gonna start to eventually come around. But then, like I say, when you get to those periods in your life where you have to stand still, it seems like it takes forever. Like you're like, man, what door is going to open? What's going to happen? But that's, to me, I think that's the time where you really gain your strength because you didn't put all the hard work in. You faithful. You did what you had to do. Now you just got to maintain your mental, and you have to, strive for different things and work on other aspects in your life. And that's something else that I call myself. I catch myself and I have to pull my coattail. Well, let's just work on this, because sometimes something might not be working in your life or won't be going where you can't go through that door. But it doesn't mean there's another door that you can't be going into working on until that one open. No, we're not. We're not born to perfection. You know what? It's something that we have to literally work on, strive. That's why I love that song "Crumbs into Bricks," because I think that we're like, like a crumb, so to speak. And as we grow, we form more into who we're supposed to be, more into that image that we're supposed to be. But at first, you're learning. You get tossed, through life, through winds. You try to hang with these people. You do this, you try that don't work. You know what I mean? You go back until you figure it out. So I understand it, man. Now I really get it, now being 41 years old, I sit back and think about, wow, I'm 41, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here now. And the things, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't feel old, don't get me wrong, which I don't feel 41 is old, but I do feel mature. I most definitely am mature. And I don't really, at this age now, I don't tolerate a lot of BS. I like to be with genuine people. Real people do real things. I don't, I would rather for a person just to be who they are, and I accept them and love them for who they are. I'm not really with a lot of fake stuff, and honestly, that's another reason why I stay to myself a lot, because a lot of people are two faced. You know, one way they cool with you or they just want to be around, and then the other way, it's a whole different story. So, I get it, family. You know what I mean? So that's why I really think it's important that we focus on the fact that we have to turn crumbs into bricks, that we have to take nothing and turn it into something, like this project of working on this house, family, like it's been real. And for those who see me when I first started and I first entered it, like it was terrible. So for it to be as bright now, and even though I still got things to work on, we still got touch up stuff to do, we still at a good stage. But oh my goodness, family, it was real. And so to be here now, all I can do is count my blessings. Salute, salute. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. So, like I say, my goal was actually just to get this project going where I can be able to have a secure headquarters, have a secure place where I can lay my head and I can be able to focus on open up new doors. You know what I mean? And the doors that I'm trying to open is with the program with teaching from 12 to 24, but also teaching anyone. But that's just a sponsorship program that I actually just want to get the people involved, those who say they really want to help, and to teaching, because we can release our own students into the world and see how they going and how they progressing. You know what I mean? We can really help our way. So a lot of times people say, man, they got government this and the government program to do this. You get government, but why we got to go through the government if we got enough people together? If you got a million people with $1, what you got to go through the government for to get along? You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay, most definitely. Well, we should do that, man. You should hit me up. My email is HogOn Welding at Gmail. That's HogOn Welding, HogOn Welding at Gmail. Or you can hit me up through inbox on Facebook. It's HogOn Welding on Facebook, HogOn Welding on Instagram. Or you can also hit up the business line and hit me up so we can be able to get something going. Leave a message. The number is 870-501-1974. So that's the business line. It's 870-501-1974. So leave a message, and we most definitely can do that. Like I said, my goal is to create something where we can really, people say things. People say a lot. And that's why I show like start and finishing of things, the progress of certain things. And some people like, man, you done knocked it out. Oh man, sometimes a lot can be done if you put a little bit work into it. So I like to lead by example. It might not be perfect. And that's what I think. But what is perfection though? Some people get caught up with certain things being a certain way without knowing the definition of it. Like, is that perfect for what that is? Or did you go overboard? Did you waste a lot of time? We have to think about things like this. So, like I say, tonight I just wanted to talk to you about turning crumbs into bricks, because that's where I came from, family. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I'm here. That's what this is. It's a crumb into a brick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on this home, and I'm working on my relationship with my son, family. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. That has been a very, very heavy burden on me, because I reach out and I really, really help the youth because, especially the boys, because I have a son that I don't communicate with like I should, and and I'm hoping, here in the near future that things have changed and we can have a better relationship. But a son needs his father, especially a father that want to be involved, that want to give him, pass him some jewels, that want to, be there. You know what I mean? So, that hurts. And that's another reason why I really thrive to help the younger generation. When I see them, especially the ones without a father and the ones who just doing whatever, trying to fit in, those are the ones that really touch me because I have a father, but I didn't have one. My dad never did the things that I'm doing for my son and that I want to prepare for him. You know what I mean? But my dad is there today. He's alive and I love him. But in those parts of my life growing up, a lot of my bad decisions was because I didn't have a father and because I didn't know how to be a man. I was looking at the streets and trying to figure out how to be a man. So that's another reason why I know that if I'd have had a father in my life that loved me, that showed me some direction, that gave me some discipline, and that I wouldn't have went to prison for no decade. I wouldn't have did 10 years. Family, I was very good in sports. I was actually an excellent running back, and I did good at track and field, and I like baseball. But I lost all my passions for all of that, and it became into drugs and streets and, hanging out. To me, I went where the love was, you know what I mean? So that's why I want to turn crumbs into bricks. I want to do it in front of those who thought it couldn't be done. And I want to do it without changing up my culture. You know what I mean? So that's why I still rock the beard and my gold teeth, for those who coming up to know that it's okay to embrace who you are. It doesn't mean that you can't grow and change and still help someone to still see the world. But turning crumbs into bricks, family, I think is real. Like I say, everybody now, it's all about get rich quick, 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 quick. You know what I mean? And man, I done had some quick money and then left as quick. You know what I'm saying? So, when you think about it, man, the grind will always separate the go-getters. The grind. That's what separates us, family. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me go by. I missed a couple messages. I salute that, man. Like I say, man, I am on the grind, bro. Okay, my bad. You a queen. You a queen. Okay, you got the email. That's good. Appreciate that, queen. Appreciate that, queen. Just reach out to me, and like I say, we'll most definitely get that interview done. But my goal is to turn crumbs into bricks. I'm not trying to get rich quick. I've been there. It don't work. All you do is be faced with criminal charges and time and losing loved ones. A lot of time that you can't get back. You know what I mean? It's a lot of time you can't get back. Yes, yes. It's a lot of time you can't get back. I think about it more now that I'm here because I'm in my hometown and everything is different, family. You know what I mean? Like the people, I thought a few relationships to be better than what they are, you know what I mean, with some networking with some people, but it didn't turn out. And then a few that I thought would have went one way, went another way. It is what it is. You know, I was always told don't cry over spilled milk, just pour another glass. So me being here, my goal is just to do what I can at this house, get things together. We're gonna fall back and be touching up some stuff. We got a lot of stuff to do, but it's coming, man. It's a home. I have been in people's houses that's you still outside. You know what I'm saying? You walk inside, you still outside, and they got a nice car outside. So you have to be humble, man, and just count your blessings. That's why I say I'm so thankful that mom, even though she has been dead and gone, she is still taking care of our baby boy. Giving me a place to stay warm. So it's about to get cool. It's been getting a little cooler the last few days, and like I say, man, I feel like here lately, like I'm like in a stuck situation because I'm here. I can't network as much. A lot of my things that I network do is online. A lot of my networking anyway. So, being here, I'm limited to networking because I'm in a smaller town. But so I have to come up with different things, family, and literally before I degrade myself, so to speak, I just be by myself a lot. I just spend more time by myself. That way, I don't have to go through that situation. But you know, I really feel like turning crumbs into bricks and doing it as an example for those that's coming up, especially the little ones, and not saying that I don't want to help the grown man, because if you humble, I can help you if you leave your ego at the door. You know what I mean? But some grown man are kind of hard. The pride, man, pride is something else. You know what I mean? So sometimes that can cause a person not to grow or not get in a position or meet the people that they need to meet because of that pride. But a lot of times, the younger generation, you can talk to them. You can talk to them and they'll listen. That their ears were closed if you say the wrong things. They get on their defense mode like anybody else. But I really feel that I'm just trying to prevent someone, literally trying to prevent someone from doing the 10 years, 11 years that I did, from losing spending all that time in there. Because once you do that time, even though you survive and you bounce back, you're never the same. And you can't get time back. Time is so precious, man. We chase money and lose time and not realizing how more important time is over money. You know what I mean? So to have the time, Steve Jobs would have gave all his money away. He died with over 300 million in his personal account. He'd have gave all that away to get more time to live. He would have freely gave it away to live 20 more years. I can get that money back. Can't get that life back though. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times we spend our lives chasing vanity. We all do it. Everybody have chased vanity in different areas. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's all a part about all a part of growing up. Because once you know better, you do better, family. You know what I mean? And one thing that I can honestly say myself, that I don't like busting my head. I don't know about you. Like once I hit a situation and it roughed my feathers, so I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to experience that again. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is, like I say, is to continue to turn crumbs with bricks here, finish the renovation of my home, my mom's house that I inherited, do some more great things in the community from the ages of 16 to 24. Salute, salute. Good to see you, man. Glad you maintained it. Glad you checked in. Hope you're doing good. And also, I wanted to say salute and hope everybody had a good family time yesterday. Everybody, who spent time with their family and really had a chance to get full and laugh and, joke and play and, have a good time, man. I love family time, family. You know what I mean? I think that's important. And my family actually had a little get together. My immediate family, meaning my kids got together. My oldest daughter actually cooked this Thanksgiving. I wasn't able to attend, but my son, thank God, and my daughter Maris, thank God, all of them was together. So all of my siblings, all of my kids, I mean, all they had all their siblings with them, and doing their Thanksgiving meal. So I thought that was great. My dad was actually there, so their grandfather was there. My great grandbabies was there. I was invited, of course, but I couldn't. It just with the situation I got going on right now, I couldn't take off and go down there because I might have to leave and take off next week. So it's just a lot going on. So, but I did enjoy seeing them. I enjoy them being together, and to me, man, that's precious. to see something that you created, smile and grow up and live, and then knowing that you install something in them. You know what I'm saying? Like my oldest daughter, me and her, we look alike, and we have our differences. You know what I mean? But we are alike in certain things. We are firm on it, and she firm on it. Certain things about not taking, certain BS, not allowing someone. She got that from me naturally. She would not allow you to talk to no any type of way. It's not going to happen. She don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? And but she, and it's crazy because she got a lot of me, but then wonder, man, I don't do that. But yeah, she do. She got a lot of stuff for me. So seeing her cook for them and go get them, because she'll go get my daughter and my son. You gotta think about it. She's 24, and my little ones is 15 and 10. My daughter actually finna turn 15 next month, and so she's kind of like a big sister mom type figure. She's always been there looking out for them. You know what I mean? Literally looking out for them, changing their diapers. You know what I mean? She've changed all their diapers, all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing to see my daughter do what she's doing now. Family, I'm not even gonna lie. So that's humbling for me. So during this family time, I got a chance to sit back and just watch that through photos. And you know what? It really made me think of something I want to share with you. When I did that time when I was incarcerated, a lot of times I visit my family from phone calls and through letters and pictures. And I can't even lie to you, if I'm about to be honest with you. Here lately, I had the thought of what's the real big difference of me not being incarcerated now, like at this moment versus then. A lot of things have changed. I can surely tell you a lot of things is better than being incarcerated. But the main source things of being incarcerated was to be around my family, like those that I really, really love. My kids, my family, and to be a man, to be alive and well, and not be able to take care of your family or be able to be around them. To me, it's almost the torment of that is almost better than going back to prison. I was thinking about that, like, would I rather not see my family, and I was like, I would rather, if I had the choice of, if I had to be in prison just to see them, or be free and have a lot of money but never see them, I think I'd take the incarcerated road just to spend time with them. And I really, really had to think about that, family. Like, I was like, man, if I had all this money, would I just say forget it? Or will I be like, or are they more important? And if I could have a relationship with my son, he's 10 years old. I'd have missed a lot of time now, and I be there. He know me. He know I'm always trying to do what I can, but I'm missing so many valuable years and moments. And you know, even when I talked to him the other day, like listen to his voice, I can tell you, man, he's growing up. I can hear the man in him coming out. And I'm like, wow, and to not be around them family, it hurts not being around my family, not being around my son. And to me, that's one of my, as a man, that's one of my biggest thorns I've been dealing with, is getting things proper so that way I can have more time with my son. Because that bothers me, you know what I mean? Like, you got the dads that don't want to be involved, don't care, or just send money, don't care. And then you got those who want to be willing to do whatever and can't see them, or can't provide for them even when they want to. I remember Plies had a song. He said, "Imagine the pressure or the stress on a man with a family that can't provide, that want to." You know, that's when people tend to make decisions trying to turn that crumb quicker into a brick, so to speak, from the street life. We tend to, man, my family hungry, I want to go rob, or I got to sell drugs, or I got to do this because I got to do something, before I allow them to do bad. So I get it coming from the street standpoint, but I was thinking about that, family, and I might just be honest with you as a man, man. That really bothered me knowing that it really bothered me knowing that I'm free and I still don't have the relationship that I would like to have with my kids. Just to be honest with you. It wasn't meant for it to be separation. You know what I mean? For it to be, I got to visit this one. But things happen. So I understand how people say, man, I had a goal and then I had to change as I go. Because sometimes you have a perfectly good goal and then things happen, family things change up, stuff happen. And you know what? I learned that you can't point the finger. But if you do, you got a few pointed back at you. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 10%, 5%, 30%, whatever your percentage of that error is, you just have to own up to it, man. So I own up to whatever my flaws or whatever I done to keep me from not seeing my son. With some things I don't fully understand, which I don't know, family. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. And that's why I really spend a lot of my time helping the youth, reaching out to them, trying to help them. If they say, "Hey, man, let me do this," hey, I do what I can because I know how important their mind is. And if you can get it while it's young like that, and you can plant a good seed in it, it'll always be with them. You know what I mean? I remember the good seeds that was planted in me that I use to this day. So I know a lot of my hurts and falls and things that I went through, I wouldn't even experience them, family, if it wasn't for the fact that I had that guidance in my life because I didn't have a father. I had a grandfather and I had a lot of OGs in the streets that I looked up to. And some of them OGs, I shouldn't have looked up to. You know what I mean? But you know how I go. So my goal is not to be, you know how some people like to say, "Oh man, I want to be this certain mentor." I have had people call me a mentor, so I am when it comes to a certain model of growing into a man. But I don't like to get caught up putting myself on a pedestal like I'm perfect because I'm not. Everybody gonna make mistakes, but to me, being a mentor is knowing who you are, knowing what you have to give, and then being willing to listen. You got to listen, being willing to listen. I remember someone telling me, an old man telling me this a long time ago, and I'm gonna let y'all go after this. Hold up for a second. So I missed one. Yes, yes, yes. What you said. Um, I remember this guy telling me, he said, "Son, there's a reason you have one mouth and two ears. Listen more than you talk." You hear me? So sometimes we have to, embrace our flaws and realize that getting rich quick, you know, it won't solve that. It's not going to fill that void in your heart to have a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? You would think, for some that ain't never had some, but once you actually reach certain desires, you'll realize that that desire was just a foolish fantasy you had until you actually experienced it. And you're like, you know what? I thought this would have been all that, and it wasn't even all that. You know what I mean? I'd have been there too. So, but like I say, I just wanted to come in and just talk briefly tonight about that. It was just something that was on my mind. But I really feel like we have to turn crumbs into bricks. And as man, in order for us to lead the younger generation, we have to do it by example. They can read through the faultiness just like we can read through the faultiness. So you might as well be real because if they see it's something that ain't right, they gonna push off, shun off. You know what I mean? So just wanted to say, man, I really think it's important that we turn crumbs into bricks by taking those baby steps, but keep taking steps. Not giving up on the process, but just doing what you can every day until you actually make it to your goal. You might change, the goal is going to change, but the vision never does. And I want to say it like that before I let you go, because your vision is to get better. Your vision is to make it to a certain point in life. So you might have to change the goal up from time to time to get there. You might can't stop at an Exxon every time when you're driving. You might have to stop at a BP. You know what I mean? You might have to stop at another local gas station sometime. You might can't get that good gas you want. But you're still going to stay on the road. You're still going to stay on it. So I just wanted to say that, man. I just want to say salute to everyone. Be safe this weekend. Have good family time. And just take your time, man. Drive slow and realizing, man, getting rich quick, it isn't what you think it is. And just value the process. That's what it is. That's what it is, family. Value the process of turning a crumb into a brick. Hold on. Y'all be blessed, family.